Alright, so today's video, we're watching a Gold 4 support on PS5, playing Moira and Mercy. We got quite the hero pool here. They say good morning, good morning / day / night. I see it. And chat. Well, they're saying good morning to me and into chat. They say, this game was mind-numbing to say the least. I normally main Mercy. However, I'm trying to encompass more DPS value to my team, which is why I started on Moira, and well, it didn't exactly go as planned. We struggled to hold ground on first round, and it felt like I couldn't get to my team enough to heal. The second round I went to Mercy, and again we struggled, but managed. My major thing I'm not understanding is how do I, as a support, provide a definitive way to sway a team fight in my team's favor, or better decide when to use an ult for the most benefit. I was told after this game that I don't belong in gold and need to drop back into bronze. Is this true? PS, love your VOD reviews and may binge watch them. Love the content. May binge watch them. Are you kidding me? I'm all gonna binge watch them. What are you talking about? Okay, here we go. Let's see how your game goes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can do that from a safer angle for the damage orb, just from here, but that's just a little side note. I like the early damage orbs. You do one more damage orb. Nice. Now you can make a decision after that on how you're going to heal. Healing your team. Damage orb again. Good solid damage orbs to start. Gives you your healing resource. So far, so good. Nice job. That's a clean start. Nice shot there. Everything was clean. Why did that BAP lamp? I don't question that sometimes. Maybe they hit the wrong button. Right? So far, everything's fine. Team's holding up close, in gold. This is normal. This part, I try not to do this. The stand still thing. That's how the Junkrat sneaks up the left side door and then one-shots you because you're just standing there. So a little bit less that static gameplay of just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So, heal your queen. The queen was really low. That's on you. Okay, so this is common in every game. Just less tunnel vision. I could see that your queen was very low. You ignored that to do a little bit of damage. By the time you try to catch up on heals with your queen, who's probably asking you for heals, you end up misplaying it a little bit, and now Junkrat gets 3. Maybe you keep your queen alive there. Your queen's at 70% ult charge. Keeping your queen alive there is probably going to be the ult charge for your ultimate. Maybe the Junkrat gets your Hanzo, but now you have a 4v5 with your ultimate and an ult advantage. You see where little plays like this can lead to much... it can lead to a one-team fight that you wouldn't even realize you could win. I mean, you have opportunity there, choosing not to heal your queen, falling back to then try to heal them again. You all die to Junkrat. See?
Scanning. Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Let's stop that payload from getting any further.
Yep. You're doing a lot of the standing around thing, waiting for something. This is where... This is a good... I'm glad that we were seeing the VOD like this, too. This is the type of stuff that you don't want to do. Right? Where you just kind of stand around. And I want you to think about, okay, my team is pushing up, my queen's pushing up. Where can I get good value of Moira? Moira benefits from being able to do damage, right? So why are you not set up here with your queen? Your queen was already over here. Why are you just standing here waiting for the doors to open? Do you see what I'm saying? You want to be a bit more involved with your queen. You want to be up here. You want to play these corners. You have cover, right? Yes, people can go through this doorway, but it's a small choke for them. While this looks daunting because they can peek you from there, look at the angle they have to peek, right? Look at this, right? You have a time to get out of there, and it doesn't look as good for them as it may appear. So be more active, be with the team. What's the Overwatch meta right now? Hazard is the go-to tank. But in most ranks, it won't matter. In gold, it's not going to matter. Play whatever you want. That could send it. I'm not even mad about this. I mean, could you have waited for a better time? And yeah, but listen. Sometimes you want to kill a Junker Queen, okay? You'll get the kill. You don't have to go backwards right away there. Oh, we did. You already have ads? Okay, I got you. I can pause. I mean, that's fine. And Mad, thanks for the 3 months of the tier 1. Thanks. So anyway, you end up holding close there. Also, I want to point out to people, if you end up getting ulted and die on the cart in this type of scenario, it's not a win for your team, but it's way better than being back here, right? And like, you know, letting them push the cart to here. So just remember, dying on cart is always important if the team fight is lost. So if their jungler queen is ulting on the objective to be able to push the objective, you've done a good job of forcing out ultimates. So that was good. It wasn't perfect gameplay by any means, but you can be happy with that result right there. Now you wait. This is the moment where you need to wait a second. I think sometimes players start to just run back. Like, like, look, you see how everybody's just running back? It's okay to wait an extra 5 seconds. Like, you have your BAP is... like, in that situation... this has actually been a good VOD for, like, being able to pause a few times. So, like, think about this situation. Your BAP pops a window. And who is going to be the person who benefits the most from that window? It's going to be the BAP. So why are you trying to sit there and damage the queen in front of you when your BAP can solo kill that queen with a good window? And they were in the window, so you want to keep your BAP alive. So a lot of your problem right now is it feels like when you need to make a really quick decision, you kind of just default to, I'm going to damage someone in front of me, and I'm going to stop paying attention to my teammates. And that's what's happened. It happened earlier when you didn't heal your queen at the choke at the beginning, remember that? And then now on the bridge, instead of just healing your BAP in front of you in front of a window where you're not going to benefit from the window as much as your BAP will, well, now your BAP dies, and then you lose a team fight, where now maybe your BAP is able to have lamp in time. Now you're going to die to a soldier. Also, you're doing this other thing. You're doing this other thing sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed this, where you're just fading backwards, like preemptively. I talked about it earlier, where like you're using it a little bit early. This is why you don't do that. Because you're using it randomly, a soldier's in the middle of the open, and you fall over and die. See? No.
Resurrection.
Alright. Don't fade backwards again. Now, the reason why I said that, so, you see how you're doing that? You're fading backwards as a default. You have a Bob pushing with your team. They're nowhere near you. That Bob is going to get a kill, and you have a Mauga in front of you. You're going to be leading with the team at that point. And I knew that was going to happen. My GM and rivals? Yeah. Wait for it. Mago went a little bit aggressive. You could have ulted. Don't be afraid to defensively ult this. And this is something that you can okay. Let's talk about opportunity, because I think there's sometimes where players don't necessarily recognize where opportunity can be had. I would have ulted the moment that Lucio was out of position, because you know that Lucio had used beat prior, which means that Lucio probably just falls over and dies. Worst case scenario is Nano gets used on the Lucio, which I think is a net positive for your team, and then your team will be back in time. Take those opportunities to win team fights. That's a playmaking opportunity. Is it one kill on a Lucio? Yes, but then at that point, it's favor for you. You look at it this way. Lucio now is going to lose the ability to gain ult charge. So look at, they're at 43%. They'll be 50 by the time they're back to the team. You're going to be able to build ult charge in the time that Lucio comes back. So you're trading off multiple things. And if they do nano the Lucio, now the rest of the team can't be nano. So look for those opportunities. I'm telling you, the more and more you find those and are willing to like do that, it's going to go well. And truthfully, you know what's going to happen sometimes? You're going to do it and you go, in hindsight, maybe I don't pop it there. But I find that if I'm playing more aggressively with those type of plays, the results usually end up a lot better. So I hope that's helpful. All right, anyway. So now you use it defensively. They use Nano on Queen, right? You look at the Queen who's ulted instead of going for the Lucio. You see how that team fight could have went a lot different than it just did? If you had just ulted a little bit previous, you're probably going to win it. But do you see why I'm a little bit ahead on that one, where I would have liked to see you do that? Where that team fight, they had an opportunity, right? They nanoed the Queen. So target priority there was a little bit off, things like that. that team fight was a lot closer than it could have been. No, yeah. I think there's a viable dive tank for Circuit Royale first and second. I mean, Hazard's probably fine. You just gotta watch out for Widow. Dive can work on any map. If it's a sniper-based map, if the sniper's missing their shots, you're gonna be fine. That's the problem. Okay. Damage orbs for the first 2 rotations here. Yep. That's because they're probably not gonna be able to engage you by then. Why not? If you miss, you miss, but like you'll get value. Look at your next damage orb. They're not even there yet. Hey, damage orb again. Try not to aim. Yeah, well, it worked out fine. Like you're aiming a little bit too high, but you got damage, so I can't complain. Damage orb again. Damage orb again. Nice. I think their queen is legitimately AFK. Is their queen mad about something? Or they get nanoed or something? They're like, oh, I can't believe you nanoed me there. I wasn't ready. I'm so confused. Okay, they just got back. Also, this goes back to where your fade usage could use a lot of work. You're fading on cooldown backwards, and you're not playing at the pace of your team. Like, why aren't you up there with, like, your Mauga? Why are you playing so far back? Why are you afraid to be up there? Like, you can't play so safe as a Moira and expect really good results on that. On to Mercy now. So this was said that you go to Mercy. So now you're going Mercy to basically pocket the Ashe or the Sojourn. This comes out of like a feel type of thing. It's like, if your Sojourn's popping off, pocket your Sojourn. If your Ashe is popping off, pocket your Ashe. If I had to choose the pocket at the beginning, I'd go with Sojourn. Only because Sojourn can play a little bit more aggressively. So we'll see. But Ashe is a safer pocket, because Ashe plays a little bit further back, so it's up to you. Ooh, Mercy Lucio with a Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball cannot rely on heals from you. Here we go.
Checking in.
Going up on high.
Continuing damage increase.
Uh-huh. Okay. Super Nod, thanks for the 45 months of the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. So far, it's been fine. I mean, I think the Insta-Res is fine. I love how, like, I'm like, yeah, you know, pocket your, if you want to play it safe, you pocket your Ashe. If you want the aggressive player, pocket your Sojourn. Meanwhile, the Sojourn's all the way back in the front and the Ashe pushed up. I would get out of there. Slide to your team and get out. Mercy Zen now. Keep a worm on one of the random Junkrat trap. Love to see it. Here we go. All right, not bad. This is okay. I need to pause for a second here. All right. I don't mind you damage boosting the Bob. I'm okay with that. But like, why are you not also getting vision around you? And what I mean by that is you should be looking to your left, to your right. Like, you can still damage boost the Bob. Yeah, I mean, you can kill the pylon too. I agree. There's a lot of things you can do during that. But like, why not just like look around to make sure that the Junkrat isn't getting a free kill on you? Speaking of Junkrat, that doesn't look good. Like, just kind of look at your surroundings a little bit more. I feel like you're doing like you're just like, well, if they don't see me, then I'm not going to see them. But like, or if I don't see them, they don't see me. But like, they definitely could see you there and you could hear the Junkrat moving around. Just be wary in that situation, you know? All right, here we go.
This will help you. I am fully focused.
That's just trying to get out of choke on this map. That was an ult by your Zen. Certainly was. By the way, Chad, if you're the Zenyatta in that situation, you have zero reason to ult that. You're down in the 3v5. No one can really follow up with you, so you wouldn't want to ult that. Sigma to your right.
I could use some assistance.
Alright. Why are they barely using GA? I mean,
Damage increase.
sometimes they really haven't had to use it. I don't know. I don't...
I can fix that.
Yeah, the res is fine.
Get up. Come here for healing.
Ball should be getting health.
Here to assist.
That was a unique sequence. Your Zenyatta didn't... You have a Zenyatta who can kill the Torb turret, but they're not shooting at the Torb turret, so the Mercy starts shooting at the Torb turret. But the confusing part to me is you have a Ashe and a Sojourn. That Torb turret should not even survive for more than like 1/10 of a second, especially with locations like that. That's an interesting sequence. Oh, that's a tire. Well, somebody said the Mercy wasn't using their Guardian Angel a lot. There you go. Were you happy with that one? Were you happy with that Guardian Angel into the tire? Is that good for you?
There's the enemy turret. Come here, and I will heal you. Area denied. Feel stronger? Just what I was looking for. Heroes never die.
I don't mind the Valk. Yeah, I actually don't mind this. If you can get a kill there, that's huge. Maybe. Yeah. Remember, whenever you 1v1 somebody, I want you to think about what cooldowns they could have. I feel like you getting slept there, like, it could have been prevented. Because, like, you know that's going to happen.
I am empowering you.
But it worked out. Either way, it was good. Nice job. As in, like, just have a little bit more movement in that room is all I'm saying. Make it harder for that sleep, rather than, like, running out of a straight line. You want to get out of... Yeah. You wanted to get out of there sooner than that, by the way. Because the longer you wait, the more likely they're going to get you. Also, I don't think that Sigma meant to kill you. I think they were shooting at your teammate in front of you and accidentally did damage to you. It makes you feel any better. Also, Chad, did you like the picture we posted of Luna on Twitter?
Angel at your
I
shoulder.
hope people like that one.
Thank my medical professionalism, Doctor.
Just being here, and welcome back. Yeah, so far you just gotta make a decision. Be with your Moira. You can't get to your teammates. Don't, like, if your teammates don't want to peek you, that's on them. Good job by you and the Moira. Good decision there. That was a good decision by you. Because, like, your teammates aren't gonna peek you when they're not in a good spot. Why not push cart? It worked out. Good job. Good play. Yep. Yep. Let's get out of there. When playing Mercy, is it good to stick with one person? That's all situational. Like, in this comp, you can damage boost either of the snipers. You're not really going to want to heal ball. It's going to be on health packs, but you're going to, like, there's going to be moments where you'll have to heal ball. So, like, that's why I'm trying to say, like, there is no default way to look about that. Is there a Junkrat flanking you? Now I'm curious how you didn't see them. Well, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. We're gonna stop for a second. Okay, listen. We'll ignore the not seeing the Junkrat below thing. Listen. Sometimes you're looking somewhere. You know, you tunnel vision an area, which we already talked about earlier. All right. Sometimes it just happens. Okay. You tunnel vision, you can't do anything about that. But let's go to like the part of the game we need to talk about. Why are you trying to kill the Junkrat there? What is that Junkrat gonna do? No matter what, they're gonna tire you. They're either gonna tire you from their spawn or they're gonna tire you from there. If I'm in that situation, in my mind, I'm going, all right, I'll just leave the Junkrat there. Tell your teammates if you can that they have tire. You know the Junkrat's there, you've pinged them. You've done enough as Mercy. You've done more than enough to let your teammates know. So I think of it as this way. If you go forward with your team, that Junkrat is now all the way back. So like, you'd be here now. Now the Junkrat, after all that, would be here. I like the odds of you being up here with your team rather than you trying to 1v1 a Junkrat in your spawn. I really feel like you should definitely adjust that a little bit, at least in my opinion. You just want to make sure that you're with your team in that situation. Don't try to take those 1v1s. It's just not worth it. It's just, you have to kind of look at like what it would benefit. And yeah, if you kill the Junkrat, great. But let me give you like a vision here. You kill the Junkrat. They have tire anyway. They're just going to tire closer to your team. I prefer a player going out of position. So now your teammates kill the Junkrat, but you're late to the fight. Your teammates are falling behind on heals. You get stuck in a random Junkrat trap. Now you're back. There you go. Now you have Valk. Now get ready for the sound of a tire. Maybe it works out. There's no way this Junkrat doesn't tire. Oh my. I'm going to be honest with you. You lucked out. That Junkrat opted to jump on top of everybody and tire. I mean, you lucked out in that situation. I still will stand with the idea that you would not want to chase that Junkrat. Because that Junkrat, in my opinion, just misplayed that massively. Straight up. That was just a massive misplay by that Junkrat. You have a Ramatra here, damage boost to the Ramatra early on. Again, like, definitely during Nemesis form, looking to damage boost the Ramatra, I'm totally fine with. You can burst through a lot of that damage. Ramatra needs to not overpush that, though, especially with the Bastion. Your Moira, whoever that is, your Ashe is out of position. Ramatra, there you go. Good balance. Good everything. Yeah. I mean, not a bad... I mean, this should be just one by your team. I don't see a world where you lose this. I hope. Okay, it happens. Yeah, you should be good. Should be a draw. Okay, I mean, first of all, we'll just start with the first, or the first thing you said is your teammates said that you should be in bronze or something from gold. I don't think that's the case. I don't even know what they're getting angry about. Like, everybody had, like... I mean, your team wasn't shooting Torb turrets when they had double sniper. Like, that already in itself is a problem to begin with, though. You know what I mean? That's a problem in itself. If you're not... You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a problem in yourself. Number two, you want to know where you can improve on? We'll start with this. One, your tunnel vision was a bit rough at times where, like, you don't pay attention to your other teammates. So I want you to focus more on your teammates and not focus on more of your teammates of trying to figure out, oh, this person is not hitting shots. I hate you. I'm talking, like, focus on, like, keeping them alive, paying attention to them. Remember, as Moira, you don't want to keep fading away. Like, a lot of Moira is playing that really close range and then being able to, like, follow up with damage and heals, and then you back away if you need to. You defaulted to just back away. Just to kind of give you, like, that, like, things you can improve on is I think that's where you need to fix your gameplay. Your decision making, your target focus, all of that is where you're going to climb at. Mechanics were okay. It wasn't like it was anything like, oh, like, you know, it looked like your monitor was off. Like, you were fine. It's just you need to really stop. I think your tunnel vision is getting you killed in a few more situations than normal, and I think that's going to improve your gameplay greatly. I mean, I already showed you the domino effect that can happen on the first point. I mean, look at this. This ended up being a draw. Remember, we circle back all the way to first point, right? Remember first point where, like, I talked about how you didn't heal your queen, and that could have hecked up an ult rotation, or you didn't use that Moira ult early on third point, and that could have hecked up multiple ult rotations. The point I'm making here is those little things are what make or break a game, and that's where you clean up at. So I hope that we were able to show you that, and if you just kind of follow along with that, I think you'll see improvement. I think you can climb. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's where my Discord is at. That's where you would do that. We also record these live on stream. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day/night.